And we are live. Hello everyone, this is the Void Executive and welcome to the stream. How is everyone doing? I hope your week has been going well so far. For me, a pretty good day, I would say. I made a few modifications to the soundtrack yet again, not the one that's available in the channel generally speaking, but I'm saying in particular about the background music that I've been using in these past few streams, because turns out not all songs that have copyright free in the description actually means it's copyright free. So now I'm doing this test with a completely new playlist, which should have the it should follow the dark theme of the project that we are going through, and hopefully this one should be 100% without any types of copyright problems. Let's say that I'm using these streams as some sort of testing grounds for this sort of stuff, in preparation for when I will eventually get the channel monetized. So the sooner I learn how to navigate the internet for legit no copyright music, the better. Of course, I'll need to do the same process for every other type of soundtrack that I may need once we maybe to other projects that will require a different type of background music. The songs that I found are pretty good. I just really hope that it doesn't get flagged or anything. I hope these songs are truly no copyright. At least that's what's written in their main page and on their main playlist. I wanted to do a preemptive test and compile them all in one video and upload it privately, but the problem is that to do that it takes 2 hours to render because it's over 12 hours of music. So I guess we will find out after this stream if the music is under copyright or not. Also, on a more positive note, I would say, I've been continuing working with the channel trailer and it's shaping up pretty well. It kinda similar to the teaser I made way back when I was advertising the debut, but yeah, let's say that the process is going pretty fast. I'm having also lots of fun doing the editing for this video. It will be pretty particular. It's like a short, I wouldn't say short film, but short animation that some sort of it gives some sort of lore and background for the channel and the overall theme that we are going through. Well, what else? I'd say that we continue from where we left off with the current project. Let me show you guys the current progress so far. With the mask in question being the Patriarch of the Sun, we started it in last stream and the progress has been very fast, I would say. Now, if everything goes well, it is possible that I may be able to finish this stream, but I am not really sure. Since the fundamentals are basically already there, we may dedicate some extra time to change those details in order to really bring the masks to life. We'll see how it goes. As always, we'll go very slowly without any pressure, and we'll go along with the wind without having deadlines or stuff like that. Now, let's try this new music that I've been downloading, and fingers crossed that it's actually free copyright as it's advertised. We'll see how it will end up. Let's see. There we go. I hope the volume is okay. There are some the way it works now is that it's a randomized playlist, so there is a bunch of songs that will be randomly picked every time we play the stream. So for some time, if this playlist will be accepted, so if there won't be any problems with this playlist in particular, we'll have lots of streams with new music to check out. It's mostly from this one channel that supposedly makes free to use music without any issues. Now, Patriarch of the Sun. There are some things we need to already change. I think the most uncomfortable thing to see is how this one is very much saturated. which is kinda let me change it right away. Something that can be easily fixed. Maybe something like this. Then we can always change the saturation on certain spots, so it's not as dull. Or we may do it later without any problems. Now I'll leave it temporarily like this, because now I want to add more detail where we haven't in the last stream. Mainly this area over here. Shouldn't be too hard either. Just a matter of making the volumes pop up. Let's see what we can gather. Then maybe here we slightly okay, and now we need to add the shadow on the top and on the bottom. Something like this, yeah. Maybe just slightly make it a little bit brighter. As always, if there are any technical issues, let me know, but technically everything should work at the moment. Let's do the same thing for the teeth. If this playlist goes well, I think I may use it when I'll be streaming the game as well. I may have said that already in another stream, but essentially when it was first released, the game had way more soundtracks in there as background music. The issue is that many of those soundtracks, especially the most the coolest one, the ones that were more fitting for the theme, they had some issues with copyright, so the developer removed them to prevent the usual annoying legal repercussions, you know. And luckily I managed to save those tracks, so when I play I have all of the original music, but I can understand if it may become a problem if I get to stream and have those copyrighted music in the game. So I'll probably leave the game muted, because it doesn't have any particular sound effects or anything like that. So it's a game that can easily be played without any sound whatsoever, and we can add our own music. Okay, now I think we can try to make some decorations over here and see what can work. Maybe with a layer on top. See what sticks. So I may want to do it above the sketch. Try to follow this sketch more or less, and try to give it some depth. Okay. Let's try to do the same thing on the other side. Right in this part as well. But I may remove these two lines. I think they can be a bit in the way. They were more some sort of guidelines anyway. Because here you can see how this part is a bit more elevated, let's say. Maybe it's something. Wait, let me do this on the actual head. Okay. Yeah, I think now the majority of the work on this mask in particular will be small things like this. So nothing too crazy. But still, I think the end result will pay off greatly. Yeah, let's try on the other side as well. Then maybe over here, let me try to clean it up a little bit more, so that we'll use the we'll try to establish the edges without having the ugly line of the sketch making it. So it's always a good idea to have edges dictated by the color rather than the line, at least for me personally. And maybe add some more gradient to give it the shape needed. Although I'm noticing that okay, it needs to be like this. A little bit darker on the sides. Now, I think, let me see. Okay, yeah, this area, we need to make this one a little bit bigger. And then make the shape more coherent. Something like this. Let's delete this sketch that's over here. Then over here, I think we can do something like this. So this side darker. Let's see a quick before and after. Yeah, it's definitely getting better. Although, okay, let me just... Yeah, we need to change it over here. I think this side needs to be a little bit darker. Also, this red here, I want to add some gradient. To make it look like it's folding inward in the eye slits. think this mouth needs to be worked on a little bit. As we need to keep in mind, this was merely a sketch. Here we need to add shading for pretty much every element. So we'll do just that. Let's see how this one will look like. Okay, no, not like this, because technically this darker part is inward. So normally the lips are convex. Here they are concave, so technically the lighting will be more visible on this side. Yeah, something like this. See if I can delete the sketch from here, or maybe I can make it this same color. Or maybe not. I think it can remain like this as well. Although in this case, I think we need to change this part over here. This one needs to be darker. I think this part of the head needs to be changed a little, but first I want to add some more decorations on this side. Although I'm not sure if I should make them holes like in here or something like here. First I want to make this part not as dark. Let me see if I can make it a bit brighter like here. Need to find the... Is it this one? I don't remember. Okay, yeah, it is this one. Oops. Let me try and do the exact colors that are present in the sketch. Let's see how this one can work. Or maybe something like this. Oh, maybe on the other side. Yeah. Or maybe I should add a shadow over here. Okay, first let me fix this part over here. And then since the light comes from in front of the face, basically, we will make the shadow where possible. Maybe a little bit more. And then here, make it as dark as here. Let's make a really quick check with this one. Oh. Let me fix. I see that I've went out of bounds in this area. Okay. Let me make this the same. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing quite well. We are continuing this mask, which has proven to be quite fast to make compared to others that I've made previously. How has your day been? Now, I think I'll do the decorations over here, but I need to... okay, okay. I see you made a lot of progress since Monday. Yeah, I mean, I just started, but let's say that this mask, I reached a good level of detail already by in the last stream. My day has been pretty good. How is yours? Pretty well. I made good progress in the editing for the channel trailer. I'm not sure when it will be completed, but I'm pretty positive that it will be an interesting video to watch, nonetheless. Something I noticed that some people do, not everyone, but it's something that I wanted to do for the channel, is to put on the main page a simple channel trailer with my character and other characters, like have some sort of introduction with a small animation, just to play into the theme of the channel, with the aesthetic, the office theme, because technically there is some sort of pseudo lore behind it. So I wanted to expand on that. But yeah, like it will be probably, even if it's a trailer, it will be long for a trailer. It will be like, I think, at least 3 minutes. It will be like a small animation, a small movie. I mean, movie maybe it's a bit too much, but a small animation just to introduce the channel and anyone who wants to check out the YouTube page. I've also changed the playlist for the background music once again, because the last one that I've used, it was written free copyright, but in reality it had the copyright. Now with this one that I'm using, the creator specifically said that it's free copyright and free to use, so let's hope he is not making any sneaky copyright related stuff, because essentially when you upload a video on YouTube, it will tell you if there is copyrighted material or not. The problem with live streams is that I will only know it once the live is finished. And right now it's not really a problem because the channel is not monetized, but I am trying to make things right, so I am ready once it will be monetized. Because if it's monetized that you post stuff with copyrighted material, the best case scenario is that it gets detected and it takes all of the revenue from your video, which is not ideal, let's say. And it will be something that I'll need to be careful of when I'll use other playlists as well, because the idea is to have different playlists depending on the project that I am making, because I want to remain in a theme when making a project. It's something that I do on my own as well, and I figured it might be some form of entertainment as well. I'm curious, what brought you into content creation? I mean, just for the fun of it, to be honest, and for another reason. I just joined, horrified, but holy moly, that's such a cool design, show me your ways. Hey, welcome to the company, welcome to the stream. We are making some art for a mod of a game called Shadows of Forbidden Gods. It's a strategy game available on Steam, in which you select an eldritch god with your objective to bring the end of the world in a randomly generated fantasy world. The base game has already plenty of gods to choose from with different mechanics and gimmicks, But the cool thing about it is that it also has modding support using the Steam Workshop, where anyone can create their own god. And what I've been doing here for the past month, since the channel first started, is me and others are creating this god, which will be playable once it's completed, and the others are making the code and the mechanics, while I am the one in charge of making the art. It's a god in which changes the seasons, which grants you different powers and abilities, and each season is represented by a different mask. So this mask in particular is called the Patriarch of the Sun, which is basically a sun god that's gone crazy. Oh, I know the game. Oh, perfect. Haven't seen or played it yet though, only heard of it. Hope it goes well. Designing is no easy task, neither is scripting or making a mod in general. Oh yeah, I know absolutely nothing about coding and stuff like that. I'll leave that to the experts. It's basically a project that's been proposed in the game's Discord, and since I have already made some fan art for the game, for the vanilla gods, I decided why not. So, and I decided to join in. It's also a good incentive to draw, which goes back to what I was saying earlier, which I was asked what brought me into content creation. One thing that I noticed is that if I am on my own and I don't have anything to do, let's look at it. Seem interesting. Yeah, if you like strategy games, it's a really unique game. It's made by one person too. So one thing that I noticed is that if now I am on my own, and soon enough I will be able to take also commissions and stuff, but I need to sort some things out in terms of bureaucracy and taxes and stuff like this. But my goal is to be a full independent freelance illustrator. And one thing that I noticed is that when I am on my own, I rarely find myself the will to do stuff. And by doing this channel, at least I am motivated to draw, to improve myself, because now I am looking forward to not only bring content but show you guys what I do. It's kind of pointless, I think, to get good at art if there is no one to admire what you do or to criticize what you do. If you stay by yourself all the time, there is no room for improvement nor recognition, I think. Which is something it's something I think I need these days. So by doing streaming, I can not only stay motivated and try new things and bring some projects that I said I would do and never brought to life before. Now I have a good reason to bring them to fruition. But also, yeah, it's a good way to improve, see what I can do, and at the same time, if someone wants to receive some tips, if someone is an artist that wants to learn something, some techniques, or is interested in what is my process, they are more than welcome to join the broadcast and ask me anything. Yeah, sometimes being alone helps you try to come up with things, no noise, not anyone, just you and your silly little mind. However, it is nice someone appreciating your work. My main problem, or one of my main problems, is that and I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but you think about the projects and how cool they would be, but then you never start actually doing them. It's something that has been quite problematic for me, that I have many ideas, oh, it's so cool, I would do it, and then I just don't do it for one reason or another. At least now with the channel, there is a real incentive to actually do it. So, because once I start working, then it's all good. I like doing it. But for me, and I think for many others, the main obstacle is making the first step. Even if in drawing in general, not just in projects, the first step is always one of the, if not the most difficult part. Another thing I really like about this project and this channel is that since it's only me, I don't have any particular problems with deadlines and you need to do this within 1 month. It's all chill, relax, we take the time we need without any pressure until we reach a conclusion. Maladaptive daydreaming about something, yeah. Completely fine, it's like you're scared of the process. I think that's usually the main reason, but going forward is the most important thing, yeah. Not only that, but there are many ideas that sound really good in mind, and you see and you think you have everything figured out, but then the moment you start putting them into action in concrete, into a concrete form, you realize how it's not as clear as you think you had in mind. Although there are some occasions in which you have something that's perfectly how you imagine it and you manage to create it at the very first try. There are those situations, but they are mostly exceptions. Okay. I think I need to improve the nose a little bit because it's too sketchy, I would say. Then I think I'll need to do something about this area as well. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to draw too. It's been a while and I got a design anyways. I'll put this as background noise. Wish you the bestest of luck. Yeah, no problem. You can use the stream in any way you want. If it's good background, that's perfectly fine. Actually, I really like it when other people draw along, because it can happen that maybe someone wants to know something about in particular, maybe some technique, and we can ask each other and learn from it and learn from each other. It's all pretty neat, I would say. I know that in these days it seems like drawing, many say, oh, why should I start drawing, because now there is all of these AI and stuff, but I don't think that's a good reason. AI, I think people are starting to get out of the honeymoon phase with the AI. I have been wanting to learn and create a physics engine using C++. However, I keep making up excuses, for example, I don't have enough time, etc. Yeah, I think anyone has gone through these moments. But we don't need to give in the temptation. That's our brain that's trying to get the path of least resistance. And we shouldn't listen to it. Okay, so let me try and flip the canvas. Sometimes it's always good to flip the canvas to refresh your eyes, and you will be able to spot some mistakes you weren't able before because you were staring at the same image for a lot of time. AI discouraging is just so heart-wrenching, seeing beginners get so sad over AI art being better. Art needs soul, thing AI has not. My main problem with AI, like when it was at the very start, it was a very new thing. I tried using programs like Midjourney and things like that. The problem I noticed is that no matter the type of prompt that I gave it, it never really created what I had in mind, what I wanted to do. So my thought process was, it doesn't make what I want to make, so I might as well just draw it myself. Which is what I'm doing, basically. Those in favor of AI art need to understand that there are some drawings you cannot simply describe them with only words. Some things you can only understand them once you see them. Take something like Dark Souls, for example. Some of the bosses are so weird and so cryptic and unique that you cannot simply describe them with words. And that's the main limitation with AI art, is that the words is AI's limitation. Words are very limited to try and describe something. You might try, if you try to describe, for example, a Dark Souls boss to different artists, they will all end up with completely different drawings that all describe the same thing. Exactly, AI doesn't really understand what it's doing, it just pretends it does. That's why it will never replace human handmade work. That's why AI can't replace human art. There's also another thing, which is now there are so many people using AI that it's becoming very recognizable, and people are getting tired of it already. Even normies are getting tired of it. And ironically enough, the AI is, some models have some sort of style of their own. So just by watching the type of image generated, you can tell if it's Midjourney or Stable Diffusion or whatever. So it's kind of ironic in a way. Yeah, so glad this isn't the end of art yet. Oh, I don't think it will ever will. Art is the very first thing we made as humans. Like, even before writing. When we were cavemen, we made paintings on the cavern walls. So... Okay, one thing that I'm noticing about this nose is that it's too large and there is no nose bridge. So let me fix that right away. So let me delete this sketch that's over here. Yeah, because how are we supposed to understand each other with just... Also, for the nose thing, maybe try a different type. A sharper, curvier one, just a suggestion. Oh, no problem. I just need to more or less replicate the one that's on the sketch over here. So it's simply a matter of try to replicate it as much as possible, because what we did was make the overall design here and then try to I'll explain to you briefly, because the way it works is that there is this one is the main god, which has an empty face. This is the wait, let me flip it real quick. So this is the main screen of the game, and the god will be it will have a little portrait on the top left side. Now it's at top right because I am flipping it, but it's taking a while because there's so many layers. One moment. Okay, so the god will have its main selection screen, which is something like this. These are some examples of the gods that are already available in the base game. So we'll need to make the main art like this, and then the version once it will be here in the top left corner. And the way it works is that this is the main body of the god, and whenever you select a season, it means it changes masks. So we made the design for each mask with a frontal view, and now we are making each individual mask placed in front of this face. So far we have made something like this. And now we are making this one here. So now this is the sketch I made, and now I am trying to replicate it over here. I am also noticing another thing, which is that the eyes, I think they are too small compared to the rest of the face. So I think I will need to do that as well. Actually, let me yeah, I'm noticing there are many things I need to change. So first, the nose needs to be smaller. The eyes need to be bigger. Right. So 1 and oops. 2. Now, because of that, we need to change here as well. And make it more shaped, like here. Something like something like this. Also, let me delete this part of the sketch, which also means that I need to make these ones wider. Let me remove the sketch over here as well. And then okay, something like this. Yeah, I think it's I think that's better. Now we go back to the to this part over here and finish this area below. And add some yeah, maybe something like this. Oh, this is part of, oh, I think I made a big mistake, yeah. I drew on the wrong, okay, let me do something like this. I need to be careful not to draw on the wrong layer. Now we don't need to be extra detailed for two reasons. One, I like the painterly look, so I like those drawings where you can still see the brush strokes. And second, this one will be shrunk down to fit the head of the main god, so we don't need to be too obsessed with the details. Although if they are needed, we'll of course add them. Okay, let's do a before and after. Yeah. Now, let me see. I think what I will do is try to balance the light of the halo. Hello, welcome to the stream, Purple. Sorry, I gotta go now. I will come back on Friday and Saturday. Busy day tomorrow. It's no problem. Keep in mind that with the Saturday, the hour will be different. The stream will begin at 3 p.m. Because I see ET time, I think. I mean European time at 3 p.m. Either way, if you go to the Twitch channel, there is a schedule with the countdown on when the next stream will be. So you will know, and it's tied to your own time zone, so you will know when exactly when the next stream will happen. Have a nice day and good luck. No problem. Thank you for coming to the stream. Thank you, Purple. I'm glad you like it. We are making some art for a mod for a game that once it's finished, it will be playable and available to everyone. Now, if we use the black and white filter, it's a good way to check out if the values are working fine. Now we can see how this halo is it's a little interfering with the rest of the composition. So what we need to do is, I think, darken this one more, this one a little bit more, and then try to work our magic with the lights and shadows. Okay, this one is for the hue and saturation, and now we do some levels. Let's see. Okay, right now I made it very dark, and it's already better compared to earlier. So before, after. Here now the focal point is the head, but I think we need to add a little bit of light to the halo in order to give it the appropriate importance. I think maybe the main center is supposed to be the face and the smile, right? Yeah, maybe add some more lightly living colors. crimson red. We already have a crimson red mask. This one, the idea was to have the to make it known that it's about the sun and the radiance, especially because these designs, I made the designs, but I went off the description that each person gave me. So essentially, there are different people working on this project, and each mask, there is one person working with the code and the mechanics for each mask. And when I started the drawings, I obtained a description from each person that more or less describes the mask in question. And for this one in particular, the description is: formerly benevolent sun god gone mad, now only wanting to see the world mirror his glorious radiance. So the idea I had is to hone in on the radiance part. We have a very crimson colored mask, which is, show you, the Lady of the Autumn Rot, which is this one over here. This one is crimson because it's all meat and velvet and things like that. I had to practice anatomy most of my art journey because I draw a lot of Greek gods and mythological creatures. Fair enough. I think anatomy is one thing that I need to explore a little bit more. Also make some more complex poses. She looks pretty. Oh, glad you like it. Yeah, so this one is the Lady of the Autumn Rot, and I played into the dichotomy between the term lady, which is often something gracious, and rot, which is something monstrous. So I made this kind of version that it's beautiful on one side and hideous on the other side. But if you think this one is pretty, I think you'll really like the Niece of Blooming Fields, which is a flower-based mask, which is this one over here. This one is one of my favorites, I would say. So yeah, the idea is to bring each mask with this level of detail, because this is what will be visible in the game. Let me show you briefly the ones we've made so far. So there are in total of 7 masks, and there is an 8th one, but I need to make the design because one person joined later in the project and I need to make the design of the 8th one. So far these are the ones that we have completed. This one is the Steward of the Hoarfrost. It's a nice themed mask. Then there is the Lady of the Autumn Rot, the Niece of Blooming Fields, the Painter of Winds, the Uncle of the Harvest, and now we are making the Patriarch of the Sun. And then there will be another one, which is the Reaper of the Equinox, but I have the initial sketch, but I still need to make the finalized version. Ice characters are always the best. Does the game have lore? Like a reason the gods have to do the stuff? It depends. Each god has its own description. So let me show you a couple of examples I have. There are like 7 to 9 gods in the vanilla game. And let me find them. So For example, this one is one of the available gods, and this one is centered around money and greed. And parts of the mechanics is that you spread its influence through trade routes in the random generated world, and you make some nations rich and the others poor, so that the poor ones become greedy and jealous, and they start war with the wealthy ones, and people get influenced, and then they get devoured by the Elder Tomb, which is the starting location of where the god resides. Then there's, I don't know, this one, which is you bring gifts that are beneficial to heroes and kingdoms, but if they consume the gifts, they become dependent to the god, which then you can turn it against them, or something like that. Or this one, it's basically it uses a book like the Lovecraftian Necronomicon. So you have this book, and any person you give the book to becomes crazy. So this god is based around spreading madness around the world. It's very unique. Oh, it's no problem. You feel free to talk to me. It's very I like it when I have a conversation. It's better than trying to talk by myself. So yeah, each god has its own lore, which is tied also to the mechanics it has. And the same thing applies to the gods that are on the Steam Workshop. And it will be the same for this god as well. Okay, let me try something. Okay. And there are some gods are harder to use than others, but there are some of them are really busted for the game mechanics. So one thing that I will do is, once I finish the main art for the this mod, I will do a stream in which I will play the game itself and explain to you guys how the game works, so you then can better understand how the mod works. And to summarize, basically you are a god and you have 500 turns to end the world. If you get over 500 turns, you lose because the stars are not aligned anymore. And you start with so your god has a certain amount of seals that will break as the game progresses, and you never use the god directly. That's not really true. So you use the god through powers, which are some abilities that the more time passes, the more you unlock, the more powers you unlock. But the main gameplay loop is centered around what they are called agents. So agents are these people, these characters that can have different abilities, and are your minions. They are your pawns that you use to corrupt leaders, corrupt heroes, corrupt kingdoms, in order to facilitate your god's awakening. Seems cool, I love to see it. Game seems incredibly promising. Concept of playing as gods instead of the reigns of peasant in God's name is a nice twist to things. Yeah, it's one of the reasons it caught my mind is because it's a game in which you are the main villain, and in the game there is the chosen one, which is your main obstacle. The chosen one is a person that gets randomly picked at the start of the campaign. I mean, it's not really a campaign, but at the start of the game there is the randomly generated world, and that's one thing. But then there is the chosen one, which is the first person that discovers your existence. And what he'll try to do is go around the world map and try to let everyone know that this god is about to wake up and destroy everything. And the more people he convinces, the more problematic it becomes for you, because there comes a certain point in which kingdoms will try to create a big alliance to try and stop you. And you need to plan ahead in order to make it so that either too few kingdoms join it, or if it's created, it's so corrupted it doesn't hold up very long. It's a very complex game. The chosen one, the real chosen one, unless you kill them, then they are fake, and this is the... Oh yeah. Yeah, that's if you manage to kill the chosen one, another one replaced them. And the chosen one has also many different perks, like it cannot be corrupted, it cannot gain shadow, it can get insane, but other than that, you can't do much about it. Many powers don't work on him, so it's all a matter of influencing everyone else. Okay, now let me do... Oops. Quick test. Okay, it's a bit better, but I think it can be better. Very difficult to make them insane. Can't gain menace either. Yeah. Chosen one is usually annoying smart or annoyingly stupid. Going around angering gods isn't the bestest of all ideas. I mean, the worst possible scenario you can get is if the chosen one is an elf, because elf kingdoms can be very, very strong, and they are always a pain to try and corrupt. So if you get a chosen one that's an elf, it can get really tough, because the first kingdom they try to get on their side is their home country, is their home kingdom. So if it's an elf one, and usually the elf kingdoms can get pretty big as well. So you always need to be careful with the elves. Menace or Malice? Oh, Menace is a game mechanic. So basically each hero and agent, they have two main stats. they have hit points, which is basically their health, sanity, which if it reaches 0 they become insane and have one permanent status effect. There is profile, which is how far they are seen by others on the game map. And then there is menace, which is how much he is considered a threat. Because each person, you can check each different goal the person has and all of the parameters. So I don't know, you can check the mind of a person and he says he wants to kill this guy, and then you check the parameters and it says because this person has menace of 50. It's a game with which heavily relies on parameters. Now, I like how it looks over here, like making only the spikes visible, but I think I can improve it even more. Let me see what I can work with. Okay, let me work on the face first a little bit more. I don't think there's really much to change apart from adjusting a few things, but I think it's already quite close to completion, I would say. Yeah, so let's delete some unnecessary sketches. Oh, this looks very cool. Thank you, Miss Squeaky. Welcome to the stream. Love the detail underneath the eyes. It's like it's crying blood while it's laughing, either because it's insane or in so much pain it finds it funny. Most likely because it's insane, because it's an insane god, this one. And so far this one has been one of the, if not the fastest one I've made so far. Usually it takes me at least 3 streams to reach this level of detail, but I think that I may be able to, either by the end of this stream or at the very start of the next one, I think I'll be able to already place this one in front of the face of the god and start the next one. Okay. Oops. Now let's fix this area over here. Also, are the volumes okay with the music and stuff? I hope they are. Okay. Yeah, they're pretty okay. I don't really pay much attention since I have my music in the background. Yeah, it's okay. Fair enough. I think this part needs to be darker. It's already pretty fucking dark. Let's fix this area. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there will be much left to add. Now it's mostly a matter of making the lighting work well with the rest. And clean up all of the different sketchy parts that get annoying. Like in this area mostly. I think in some way because the game is what can be called a story generator. Another similar game can be considered that is are RimWorld and Dwarf Fortress in a way. And they are those stories which those games which random generation and the way the elements interact with each other, they do it in a way that you can craft a different story in each playthrough. Which is quite interesting, I would say. Okay, I think we need to fix this area of the face. Now for this sketch. Okay. Let's remove this sketch over here. And for the teeth, I think we can change the color of the sketch a little bit, see how it may work, but I'll try to be a bit more precise now. And I think we can do something like this. I'm trying to merge the sketch of the teeth with the color. Okay. Now can be more precise about it. It's a bit approximate, but we can fix it without much issues. Now we separate them just enough. Now we add a little bit of multiply. Oops. We are really nitpicking here. Okay, I think I'll add more decorations in this area. I think they are kinda needed. Do something like this as well. Over here, we try to maybe add something here too, since it's a bit different over here. So I'll do just that. Let's see how it looks like. And then I'll try to do the same on this other side as well. Okay. Maybe make the nose just a little bit bigger. And okay, let's try and see. Let me see if I can simplify this even more. No, I like it like this. Now the only thing is this part down here, this one, we need to modify it a little bit to make it connect with the rest. This one we don't need. This one we don't need. This one we also don't need. This one we need. Because this one will give some how do I say it? Will give some depth to the piece. I just need to trim it down a little on the tips. Let me save, by the way. Okay. Tell you what, I'll take a very brief break. Just time to drink some water and stuff like that, and then I'll come back. Just a few minutes. Okay, be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, let's take a look at our god so far. I think we are getting there. There are a few things I think we still need to take into consideration. First, I want to get rid of these rough edges. So let me simply, because it's part of this sketch, so let me see if I simply removing them, it fixes the issues right away. Yeah. Then here, need to fix this part over here. Maybe make this area even darker. Maybe not this much. Okay. Let's just add one layer for these final touches. Which usually go on top of everything, including the sketch. Okay. And now I think we can go for the big magic, which usually usually at the very end, which is, so I'll make a copy of the head and then use a very broad brush to determine to give additional shadows and highlights. Let's see how it looks like. And let's try on this side, although there is this part here that I want to address. Okay. Let's try and multiply. This is usually the part where it really shines. I think this part is going to be trickier than anticipated. It's surely better than before. However, let me go back a few notches. Let's try something that may be a little bit tedious, but it may be worth it. Also, first, I think this one needs a better colorization. Maybe something like this instead of... Let's try some color balance. We can change the shadows slightly, the highlights, we make them more yellow, and the midtones okay. Then there is this one that makes everything go dark, and then now we'll try and see, because technically speaking there is like... Hello, welcome to the stream, Mr. Laurel. I think we may be able to already finish this mask in particular. We are in the final lighting and darkness phase. So because the idea is that it radiates light from the head, something like this. So I need to light up the halo accordingly. So let me go back here. How has your day been? I hope it went well. So the light comes from here, and it should theoretically light up these parts. Is this the last mask to finish? No, there's this one, then there is the another one, which has the sketch like this and need to position it, and then there's an 8th one which I need to make the design. Like, I haven't drawn anything because there were 7 masks initially, but a new person joined with their own mask and I need to make that one as well. So of the ones that we have already a first sketch, this one is the second to last one, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So we have this one which is about to be finished, and then there is the 7th one which has a sketch like this, and then there is an 8th one which I need to confirm if it will be available or not. Do you have anything in mind for the 8th one? I need to check the description that the guy had it, because for every mask is made by one person. Like, each person had their own idea for the mask. They gave me a brief description and then I made the design starting from that description. I need to check the description for the 8th one and see what I can do. Then I will grab some references, do one sketch like this, and then do the final version. Now I'm trying to highlight some specific areas. Oh. This is one of your favorites? It's the very first one I made in terms of sketches. Like, the very first sketch that I made was this one, but I didn't complete this one, so I made a very rough sketch of this one, put it on hold, did some others, and then went back and completed this sketch in particular. It was, if you watch the very first stream I've ever done, there will be the proto version of this mask in particular. So in a way it's what kickstarted the project, I would say. Now, my main problem right now is try to make the lighting in this one work well with the rest of the face. Because we need to make sure that the lighting works well in its totality, let's say. Because let's see, I'll add a multiply and try to make it work. And now, okay, yeah, there's this area below that needs to be addressed. I think I can do something like something like this, and then like this, and then okay, let me try and swap it. Are you using the pen for drawing or the mouse? Oh no, with the pen. With the mouse it's essentially impossible. You need to be a true masochist if you want to do it with the mouse. The mouse is totally insane. Okay, I think we are almost there. I think this one behind needs to be worked on. Let me see what I can do to it. Hmm. Okay, maybe something like this. Then multiply below. Add maybe some soft shadows, some ambient occlusion. Hmm. Let's try and see how it looks like here. Okay, yeah, we definitely need to adjust over here. I mean, now that I think about it, it's not that bad like this. We just need to maybe change the, oops, hue maybe? Or wait, I think I have a better alternative, some color balance. Okay, let's see now. Bit better. But here we need to need to think about these spikes over here. Like what color to give. Because I could make them as dark as this one, but instead I could try, oops, yeah, maybe make them lighter. Okay. To understand what's okay. This one. Okay, let me try again with this one. Okay. Lower it. Let's try and see how it looks like this. Maybe flip it horizontally. I think we are there, but not quite. I need to work more on these pieces still. What I think I'll do is go there and let's try with something like this. Sorry if I am being a bit silent, but let's say I'm very locked in. Okay. Try and see. Yeah, because what I want to do is make sure this area is dark enough to highlight these spikes here. Okay. There before, after. Add some more. Yeah, because I need to make some parts darker than others to add some level of depth. I could very well do something like maybe something like this. Yeah. Something along those lines. Do you have any tips on how to render intricate details like on the Patriarch's halo? The secret word, photo bashing. Let me show you what I mean by it. For very intricate stuff like this, if you want to go insane, you can try by hand, although it can be a great way to improve your skills, but especially in big productions, if you see I don't know, like if you have you ever seen one of those environments, like which is a city, super detailed, super cool, and you say Jesus Christ, how did they do that? It's either two things, or they used a mix of 3D rendering and painted over, or they use photo bashing. What is photo bashing? You essentially grab photos and then modify them to obtain the result you want. So for the halo, let me show you the example. So for the halo, what I did was well, first I just grabbed the sketch that I made, but let me see if I can find it. Maybe this one. Yeah, so I grabbed a bunch of images. So something like this, and then I grabbed a piece of each and I assembled the halo. So I assembled the piece like a singular spike using different photos, and then I created the entire halo, which I then positioned like this, and then added a filter to remove unnecessary details, because the difficult part about photo bashing is that if you don't work enough of it, it's very obvious that it's a photo splattered on the on the drawing. So the trick is to make it look like it's part of the drawing itself. So you grab the photos, you change them in a matter that they are not the secret is to make it so you cannot trace back to the original image. And then through different iterations you end up with the final result. Which is this one. And then from here you wouldn't guess that it's from an assembled photo. But for very detailed elements, especially something as detailed as this, you can try to do it by hand, but it takes a really long time and it requires a lot of skill. Or you can just use photo bashing, which is a method that many professional artists use, because mostly they do it when working in big industries where you need to make lots of stuff very quickly. So this method really fastens, makes things much faster, which is necessary in certain environments. Although I'm noticing one thing that I didn't do on the head, which I think I can do it right now. Let me see if I can fix it, because here there is some let me see how well this one may look with these sorts of changes. Because in that case, I think we can do a very cool effect. I hope my explanation was comprehensible, let's say. If you have any more questions or clarifications, feel free to let me know. I will try my best to explain to you the whole process. Thank you so much. I've been trying to use photo bashing for my full page renders, but I don't have access to certain adjustments for it to fit my art style. I have to render over all of it. Oh, fair enough. By render, do you use Blender by any chance? For your renders? Or you mean after you've done the render? Blender, it's a program that I use sometimes for my pieces. One of my future projects will most likely involve the use of Blender. Okay. Oops. I think we are almost done with this. We may have to change some things later if we notice them in the next stream, but I'd say this one went pretty well. What do you think? The lighting is there, more or less. Now there's only one thing to do, which is merge everything here. I've tried to start using Blender, but I am still a beginner on that software, so I paint all digitally on another platform. So it takes a while I'm also juggling assignments. I'm really curious to check out your work, if it's available somewhere. I'm really curious to see what you may have done. Okay, now all of this is the high resolution one. And now we simply do this. Maybe slightly make it smaller. And now let's see if we can change anything more or if it's unnecessary. I don't post any of it yet, but I do plan to create an account on media platforms after I'm done with school, so I can start gaining an audience and possibly taking commissions. Yeah. One thing I want to warn you about commissions, be careful not to open commissions too early. I've seen way too many people who open commissions when they are still at the very beginning phases of their drawing journey, and it can be detrimental if you try to open commissions when you are still very early. One thing is start drawing on your own and learn, and then only after a certain amount of time in which you are confident you can reach the quality of other artists, then you can start taking commissions. There's always time to improve. There is no need to already ask for commissions when you are very early. Other than that, I wish you good luck. Now, we have the high resolution completed. Now it's time to make the resized version. which is essentially we put this one over here. Now we have the main body. We have our template for the size, and now we simply scale it down, place it. I think this one needs a little more color balance. Thanks for your advice. I'll make sure to keep that in mind. You're right when you said there's always time and ways to. Yeah, even the biggest artists have something new to learn, so never forget that. You basically never stop learning in art. There is never a point in which you say, okay, I'm done. No, never. Always room to improve. There is no artist in which they stop and say, I'm satisfied. Like, yeah, you can say you're satisfied, but you know you can always do better. Okay, now let me do a quick comparison with the size of the different masks, I think. Less. See, maybe a little bit smaller. Template over here. Now we have the mask placed like this, but we need to add here something to complement it. So, for instance, something that covers the portal thingy. I made something different and unique for each mask, and this one is no different. For this one, I think it will be something very simple. I was thinking of okay, let me grab here the to find it. There we go. This one. Bring it here. So we'll have these ones, maybe flipped. Actually, Okay, maybe rotate a little bit, change some of the stuff over here. Let me warp it. My plan is to make it like add a second layer to it and make it brighter. Although I'm not sure how well it may look. So let's experiment and see how it will. I know, it's too weird. No. Okay. Let's do what I do usually first, which is have some sort of black hole over here covering the portal. And have the edges slightly not as dark. And then hello Neurosama, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I hope everything is going pretty well. Actually, you know what? Let me go back to the high resolution. Okay, I think I got it. Let me do something like this one with this one. We merge. Keep the back rays separate just in case. Convert it to smart object. Make this one just a little bit smaller. And then made a mistake. There we go. Okay, now we have this version here, which goes in here. Back to smart object. Let's make this one as big as the other, with the key difference of not having the stuff behind it, because we'll add it later. Okay, so this one is removed, and now going back to the higher resolution version, we take the back rays, smart object, go back here, and now these ones will be placed. It'd be something like this. Compared to how it was earlier. Maybe this way can work. So this way I have more control on the lighting of this area, of this one in particular. Maybe it can be something let's add something like this. I'm not sure if I should think that's cute or not. All a matter of perspective. I mean, this is an eldritch god after all. But I'll let you decide whether it's friendly or not. We are almost done. Only a few small adjustments. Let me try something like this. Try to be very cautious with this one. Because now it's too much, but can do this one here. And then add the necessary shadows. I don't know. Let me see how it looks like in black and white. I really like how it looks like this. Like something a bit smaller. Change it. And then maybe add one multiply in the middle to make it just very faint. Yeah, I think this can work. He looks friendly. Most definitely hasn't committed war crimes in several universes. I mean, this is one of the different masks this god has, and in this one in particular, it's a sun god that's become crazy. So it's not too far-fetched. Now I wanted to add just some small special effects. I want to see if it lets me do it for this one in particular. Yes. Okay. Yes, but no. Let me see if I can do it. Okay, no, never mind. I need to do it in a separate layer then. So let's do simply this. No, not this one. I'm trying to add a lens flare effect. Maybe this one. Way too bright. Maybe I can try something like oops. Let me see if I can. Because there is a way to do the lens flare, but I cannot do it on a single layer, because it only affects that layer in particular. I mean, I could try it, but render, what is it? Yeah, filter, render, lens flare, but I need to make it. Yeah, you see, it doesn't quite work. So I think I need to try and replicate the effect manually, which is, I think, a bit of a pain. Come on, we are so close to finish this drawing. It's okay, well, not something like this, but and then maybe do something like, oops, maybe make it smaller, I don't know. Yeah. Nah, I don't really like it. Okay, let's try like this instead. No, soft light, no, overlay, no. Because a highlight like over here, like make it really shine as if you're looking directly at the sun, it would really work. The problem is the damn lens flare. Let me try again, but yeah, no, it works, it bypasses all of the other layers. Unless I do it like directly in the middle. Maybe. Yeah. I really don't know, guys. Because let me see the others in terms of lighting. Oh well, they are pretty Okay. Eh, it's okay. I think this one works really well on its own already. Let me turn off the... Yeah. Maybe if I'll add something, I may add it next time. Let me see in comparison with the others how it looks like. Yeah, no, I think... Oops. I think it's perfectly fine to have this, or maybe I can do something like... let me see. Something like this. Some sort of... yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think this one is subtle enough to give the idea of something really bright. Maybe let's see what happens if I add something. Maybe smaller. Okay, no, now it looks like a lamp. Yeah, maybe something like this. Okay. Well, we have finished the 6th mask in only 2 streams. That's quite the record, I'd say. The next one, which will be the Reaper of the Equinox, I don't think it will take me only 2 streams. I think at least 3, because it has many different elements, but it will be fun nonetheless. So yeah, this one is the Patriarch of the Sun. I'm pretty satisfied with the result. Yeah, works pretty well. So cool and ominous. Yeah. And it's a good addition to the rest of the roster. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. Let me show you, because now I need to make the version of how it will look like once it's in-game. Because... why is it like this? Okay, wait. Problem? There is a problem. I do. Why does it act like this? I don't understand. Because this one is soft light. If I do instead... normally it's very ugly. Because this one is soft light. And if I do... let's see. Oh... nope. Damn it. I need to change the way it works here. Maybe something like this, although I think we need to okay. Yeah, maybe something like this is still pretty good looking. Not like the other, but we can do now this. Bam, bam. This one recover. This one goes into the corner test. Make this one a smart object. We apply the thing over here, and now we try to make it align with the rest. Okay, so this is how it will look like in game when placed in the corner over here, once you have selected the mask. So I say it's been quite satisfying. Let me just hello, welcome to the stream, although I am sorry because we are just wrapping things up. I'm really sorry, but do not fret, because if you want to see the VOD again, it's either on Twitch, but it remains only for a few days. But you can also check on the YouTube channel, which has every VOD I've ever made so far. I say this one has been a very productive stream, as always. This is the fastest mask I've done so far, which only took 2 streams to finish. The next stream will start right away with the 7th and second to last one, which is the Reaper of the Equinox. Then there will be the 8th one, but we'll need to design it from scratch, and then we'll do the final art piece, which will conclude the key art of this project. And then after that I will let you guys know what my plans are, because the project won't be finished 100%, but the remaining art is very simple and it will not require me to dedicate all 4 streams a week for it. So once we finish the main art over here, oh, by the way, let me know if this music is too loud or too quiet compared to my voice, because I made some changes over there. So once I finish the main art, I will split the streams. So a couple of the streams will be still on this project, and the other 2 will be either on a new project or about some random mini ideas or mini projects or one-off drawings that I may have in mind, or maybe dedicate them to do some exercises, maybe improve some skills that I need to improve. Either way, I guess we'll see you guys on Friday with the next mask. Very, very nice stream. Always a pleasure to have you guys come here every now and then, even to just say hi and see whatever I am drawing. Been a very engaging one too for today. Either way, this has been the Void Executive, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night, everyone.